Welcome to the Fuck you. Welcome to the Lost Reaver campaign, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
Back at it again.
Hell yeah.
A long time in the making.
Been here for years.
Shush.
Got my Ritz chips and a Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade. I'm good to go.
Don't call it a comeback. Been here half a year.
Don't call it a comeback. Been here for years.
My cold soda disappeared during Overwatch. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Timing.
Great timing, Jojo.
Great timing.
Excellent. Perfect. Couldn't be better.
He's our new player, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Am I also new to the YouTube thing?
You are, yeah.
No, he's not.
He's new as a player in one of my campaigns.
All right, many apologies.
That
I'm back
is
here. I'm like 20 feet from my fridge, so if I run, it's quick.
Okay. that was a long time for 20 feet.
Yeah.
What? Well, I have to go through two doorways.
Can.
All right, guys, give him a break. He can only run 1 foot per 6 seconds. It's fine.
I will beat your ass, Ant. I will drive down there.
You're just encouraging him, Jojo.
You're lucky my car's going to be in the shop for 2 weeks.
Anyway, let's get started. So we begin our story in a quaint country building nestled among many hillside homes of peasants. Outside the door is a simple wooden sign that says infirmary. Inside, we see a young water genasi sitting on an exam table, seeming less viscous than she should, with black pustules all over her mouth. Standing above her is a human male with red hair. Would you like to introduce your character, Andrew?
So, Liam Smartthorn, or the way he introduced himself, is Liam Smartthorn. Liam Smartthorn is about 5'9". He's got fair skin, red hair, blue eyes. He's about 36 years old. He has like a very short kind of goatee chin strap situation going on. There's a slight scar on his left eyebrow, which is a scar from his days in the army. And he always says that it accents his sky blue eyes. He's always seen wearing his medic's coat and headband. That denotes him as a medic, and his coat has been yellowed over the years, and blood stains all over it from all of the surgeries, the field surgeries he's had to perform in battle.
So you see this little genasi girl. She's coughing and sneezing. She has mucus and other bodily fluids coming out of her mouth and nose. The water genasi always secrete this form of liquid, but it seems thicker, and it almost seems like a slime that covers her body. She's very, very ill.
Do I know this girl's name?
Her name is Canada.
Hi, Canada. So, how you feeling today?
Not good.
Oh, honey. Can I make a medicine check to see how she's doing?
Absolutely. You can't tell what the base of her issue is. Like you can't identify it, but you do know some things that could help alleviate symptoms.
What would those some things be?
Just tinctures and medical stuff that you have around. You can certainly collect those vials and give it to her if you'd like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab what I need to do. I'm gonna go over and say, all right, Canada. So I'm gonna need you to take this, okay? It's not gonna taste good, but I promise I'll give you a sweet roll afterwards. Yeah?
How bad does it taste? Because it's not, the sickness isn't that bad.
No, come on, Canada. You gotta take this, or you're not gonna feel any better.
You see that she pours herself a little dose of the tincture, and she smells it at first. She balks like she's gonna retch and vomit. And then she looks up at you, and she closes her eyes, and she pinches her nose, and she takes back the medicine, and then immediately starts and you start to see that, even though she is disgusted in the actual medication, that her skin does start to seem to loosen up a little bit, the mucus that's on her skin.
There you go. All right. Well, I want you to stay here for the next 30 minutes or so I can make sure that you're doing okay. I'm going to go get that sweet roll I promised you, because you did a good job of taking that medicine.
So as you turn to go and leave the door, it's kicked in. It's busted open. It hits the wall behind it.
I instinctively grab my dagger.
There is a large man who's holding a bundle of black fabric. He enters and he goes, "Are you the doctor?"
Aye, yes.
Help!
What's the matter? I immediately go over to the next nearest medical bed that I have and just kind of like pull off the sheets and start getting things ready and instruct this person to put whatever I need to work on the bed.
So you notice that the black fabric that he's holding is dripping blood as he runs over. He lays the figure down onto it. The person is in a full black outfit, including a hood, and wears a mask that covers their face, depicting a dragon's head.
All right. Please, let me handle this. I'm going to go to start to remove some of the clothes to assess the what seems to be the problem.
Like, what pieces of clothes are you removing?
I'm going to start with the the robe near the chest area.
Okay. So you open that up, and the person appears to have caught an arrow in the stomach with no exit wound in the back. It was cut so that the arrow, like the end piece of the arrow, it's basically flush with the flesh at this point. With the positioning, you can assume that it has gone through the kidneys.
All right. I am going to mechanically use a charge of my healer's kit to heal this person up, but roleplay wise, I'm going to throw my gloves on, grab all of my tools, and get to work in performing the surgery on trying to get this arrowhead out of this person's stomach.
Okay, and how does that work? Is that just a medicine check?
It's literally he gets 6 hit points.
Oh, okay.
But 6 hit points plus the maximum number of hit dice. So whatever hit dice it has, the maximum number in addition to the 6.
So you start removing this arrow and you sew everything up. You, for the most part, stop the bleeding. She still has a wound because, it's 6 hit points. But,
of course.
She still has a wound. She's not completely healed, but she's out of that critical danger zone. While you're doing the surgery, you do see that this person has a tattoo, and I'm going to show you that tattoo.
Okay. I'm going to take note of that. The man who brought this woman in. Also, can I gather what race this woman is without removing the mask?
No, you cannot.
Okay. But it seems to be humanoid skin, right?
Seems to be human, yeah.
Okay. Is the man that brought her in also wearing a similar garb?
No, he is in common clothes.
Okay. All right. So after the surgery's over, I kind of take a breath. She seems stable. And I turn to the man and just go, "All right, I'm gonna need to keep her here for the rest of the day to make sure she's doing all right. I might be able to patch that up a little better, but I was kind of working with what I had to work with. So I'm also gonna reach over and grab a healing potion and kind of feed it to her, just to help with the healing process."
So you go to take the healing potion to her lips, and you help her sit up a little bit so that, and this is the person that he brought in.
Yes.
So you're removing the mask.
I'm not necessarily removing the mask because I put two and two together. This person was wearing a mask for a reason, and I want to respect their privacy. So all I'm doing is just kind of lifting the mask up just enough to kind of like expose the mouth to be able to kind of help pour it into her mouth.
Okay. So you are lifting her head up and slightly lifting her mask to get this potion into her. As the potion hits her lips, the entire ground begins to shake as though the earth is quaking. And you are disheveled and you're shaking with the earth as it's like you can tell this something isn't right.
I'm gonna finish administering the potion and then put it on to the side, and I turn to the man and just go, Did you feel that?
It's still happening. It's not stopping. And then it shakes so hard that as you're turning to the man, the mask knocks off. And bright light pours through the windows. You can see the woman's face, and you recognize the face as your mother.
I drop the vial and let it shatter on the ground.
So as you let it shatter on the ground, the bright light that's coming in through the windows is causing you to have this giant shadow behind you. And that shadow starts to rip itself off of the ground and stand up. It's like you, it's similar, but it's much, much larger. And it has claws for fingers. And it swallows you whole until you are unconscious.
Oh, jeez.
So we pan now to an old tavern. The exterior is slightly worn down with a hanging sign that says The Misty Whisper. Inside, there's a small stage next to a roaring fire and a roaring discussion by sailors at the table about whose boat is better equipped. Behind the bar is an elderly-looking human with white hair and a ponytail, with a scar across his face, polishing glasses. Sitting on the other side of the bar is a tan, golden-blonde half-elf, sipping from his goblet, watching in awe as the sailors discuss their nautical battles. Drew, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. So, Andante is a rather tall but kind of scrawny half-elf. You can always find him with a lute or something in his hands, constantly trying to come up with the next grand adventure for him to tell at bars and such. He's constantly telling tales, and you'll almost never see him without a smile on his face. And yeah, he's like a. Sorry, my brain short-circuited.
I know the feeling.
No, I've lost track of what I was saying. I guess I'm done.
I saw them too. I saw them. I was like,
I could hear the cogs working in your mind.
I saw the gears just hard.
You have this slapstick smile on your face just watching everyone talk about their adventures. Joe, the elderly man at the bar, says, "Hey man, you ever gonna get back on stage, or am I paying you to sit around and listen to stories?"
Ah, yes, but of course, my dear patron, I shall do so immediately, as I happily leap up onto the stage, and attention, dear patrons, allow me to regale the tale of one of the greatest nobles to ever roam this land. And I'll play a just a random song that I would know for some kind of hero that I've heard about growing up.
Okay. Roll me a performance check.
Woo!
Woof.
Wow. So you regale them with this tale of amazing feats that this hero has gone through, and they are enthralled. One of the you hear one of the patrons who are there say, "This guy was just as strong as the serpent in his ship," and you see that a fist fight starts to break loose because someone had said that their ship was tougher than the others. One of the sailors punches the other and falls into the fire.
Oh.
Falls into the fire. Oh no!
Yep, the open, roaring fire, and the fur of this bear person catches fire.
Oh no! Okay, so I'm just going
Not
to.
the time to do.
I'm checking what one of my spells does. Hang on. So
We can do later.
Hang on, let me think and process my thoughts, dude.
Quite literally starts playing a song about this bear man on fire.
No, so I see this man fall into the fire, and I'm just going to very quickly strum the chords on my lute and cast prestidigitation to snuff out the fire so that he doesn't get hurt.
Sorry. So you cast prestidigitation, and can you put the verbiage in the chat?
Of course. Wrong button. There we go.
But of course.
I can hear my dog.
So you can snuff a candle. I'm going to say you're not going to be able to snuff a bear person that's caught on fire. That seems like a much larger fire.
Well,
would that not be a small campfire?
Small campfire.
Let the bear burn.
I don't want the bear to burn. No.
So this bear is like, his whole back is covered in fire at this point, is what I'm saying. He's on fire.
That's a big bear.
I don't have any spells to put out a flame that big.
So suddenly you see that he moves and he drags his foot and the fire and embers with him. And you see a stag that's on the wall catch fire, as well as a chair.
Oh no, this is not what I'm getting paid for. I have
You could at least put out the chair.
I am doing what I can. Like there is not much that this prestidigitation spell can put out. I am doing what I can. I
just picture him saying this. I'm just picturing him saying this on stage.
I'm doing what I can. There's nothing. I'm going to call out to the keeper of the place, bar, tavern, whatever it is.
Oh, he's panicking.
He's panicking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call out to him and be like, "Quick, summon the fire patrol!"
So he looks at the fire. He looks at you. He looks disappointed at what you're saying, and
I'm trying my best. All right.
He and all the other sailors start to run towards the doors. You see that the doors don't open.
Ooh, that is.
I'm going to first session.
I'm going to attempt to help them burst the door open, because if there's something blocking the door, surely the force of multiple people pushing against it might bust it open.
So you're going to the door, is what you're saying?
Oh yes, the people have to be able to get out.
Okay, so you go over to the door and roll me an Arcana check.
Rolling an Arcana check.
These doors will not open. You don't know why.
It's awful.
The flames are spreading quickly.
We plan on over now too.
Just sitting here going, confound it! There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to rapidly keep casting prestidigitation to try to keep the fires as low as possible until eventually I can't do it anymore and just pass out from the smoke.
You do see that there are windows.
I am not a smart man.
See the windows.
Bitch,
I'll open them so that the smoke can get out.
Bitch, you got at least a 14 in intelligence.
I have a 12 in intelligence, thank you.
That's not much lower.
Are you sure it's that high?
His characters might be that high. His might not be. I'm kidding. I love you, Drew.
He has a point. My intelligence is not that high. I have a real life intelligence score of like 7.
Dude, same.
What would you like to do?
Alright, well, at the same time my character is smarter than I would. Let's try to get a window open, and if I can't force the window open, break the window to get it open.
So you try to open the window. Give me a strength check.
Yay. Yay.
You do not open the window.
Oh.
And how are you trying to break the window?
I'm assuming my elbow wouldn't be enough, so I'm gonna take my instrument and I'm gonna smack it against the window.
Oh no! Oh no! Roll me like an improvised weapon.
Isn't that just like another strength check?
I think it's a straight D20.
I think it's a straight D20.
D20 plus
it would-
strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strength
Okay,
check.
roll me another strength check.
Oh, Bob.
So you hit it. It doesn't break. You can tell now that there is some sort of magic that's sealing this. And as you hit the window, you break one of your strings.
Oh.
Dang it! This is gonna take a lot. This is not the time to worry about my instruments.
And then, as you're literally surrounded by fire, casting prestidigitation to keep it as far away from people as possible, you begin to feel the ground shake beneath you. And it shakes like the world is being split apart. And the light is blinding from the flames. And as you're casting prestidigitation, you see out of the corner of your eye your shadow lift itself off of the ground and become a full-fledged entity in front of you. And as you're trying to save everyone else, it swallows you whole and it fades to black.
Oh no.
Not too far away from that little tavern, on a hillside just outside of town, was a young satyr with a large, heavy pack on his back. He wears a weary expression of someone who has experienced great loss. Ant, would you please describe your character?
Millsap Groves is, or Mills, as he would introduce himself, is a decently tall satyr. He's like 5'11". Muscular, like those of you who have watched My Hero Academia, probably like Izuku muscular. Greenish blue eyes, and if in the sunlight, his skin kind of shines bronze, if not golden, in the sunset type of light. And he carries two swords. One pure white, the other the darkest shade of black.
So you just left Marceline at the local inn with your trusted innkeeper. It was hard, no doubt, but you also know that it would make her life better for you to go off and break the curse that plagues you. After much discussion, she finally let you go, and with this tear-filled goodbye, you have just set off on your journey. As you look back at the inn, now just a few glowing lights in the distance, you think to yourself, I'm happy she's safe. Now I can finally finish what my father started.
No.
That is not a good sign.
No.
It is with this thought that the earth itself begins to shake, as though the gods were pounding their hands into the ground.
God damn it, not again. And I draw the swords like, all right, which demons are gonna try to kill me this time?
Between you and the inn, the ground opens up, cracking like the shell of a hard-boiled egg. Whole trees are swallowed into the belly of the ground. Your sight immediately goes to the inn where Marceline is, but your vision is blocked by smoke. But from what you can tell, the whole town seems to be aflame.
Oh no. My vision is blocked by smoke, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Can I attempt to run through the smoke?
It's like in the distance. Like it's kind of billowing towards you.
I'm immediately running towards the town.
There is a literal earthquake gash between you and the town.
Shit.
Don't fall into the fissure.
I don't want to fall into the fissure. How far apart is said gash?
A football field.
God damn it. How large is the nearest tree?
Not a football field.
Damn. Damn. So close. Would have worked perfectly. I don't know what to do from here.
So as you're standing there in awe, just shaking with the earth beneath you, a bright light enters the sky and you begin to look up. Is that a shooting star, a meteor, an angel? You eventually have to look away because it's so bright it's blinding you. On the ground, you see your shadow get darker and darker until it reaches up to you and pulls you down into it.
I'm not sure I would. Could I resist?
No. It's like not something you can resist.
Yeah.
We go now to a much calmer area of the world. And next to a quaint little church nestled in the countryside is a graveyard with tombstones in a row. The dearly departed loved ones have left various flowers on graves in remembrance of their souls. The birds chirp peacefully as a light breeze flows through the air. The entire scene is incredibly peaceful. At least it would be, other than the clunk, clunk, clunk of metal into dirt. Here we see a tall, slender male with a shovel. He looks too well kept to be the gravesdigger, and even though the work is manual, his pale brow doesn't seem to sweat, as his white hair is kept perfectly in place. Clunk, 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 we hear as he heaves more and more dirt over his shoulder. Jerry, would you like to introduce your character?
Boy, would I ever.
You grave robbing son of a
Boy,
bitch.
would I ever.
So Seth Skull, or as his friends call him, Seth. He's a fairly tall, slender man. He dresses in very nice business attire. If it were modern day, he'd be wearing a full suit and tie all day, every day, even to bed. He's paler than anybody really should be, almost like his blood's been drained. It's really quite weird. He has pretty normal brown eyes and hair as white as snow. And sometimes he enjoys a nice evening stroll through a graveyard.
With a shovel.
Yeah.
You've been digging for a while. You had heard some stories of this graveyard through your twisted through your twisted grapevine of necromantic acquaintances. People have a hard time staying dead around here, climbing and digging their way out of their own graves, all with black pustules around their mouth, spewing the liquids when they burst onto others and spreading the disease. Finally, the next step in your search towards the balance between life and death, a fresh corpse.
I'm just going to keep digging.
Give me an athletics check.
Oof. All right.
So you go to put your shovel into the grave and it clanks against what you can assume to be a coffin, but your shovel also breaks in the process of clanking.
Oh, all right. I'm going to get down on my hands and knees and start digging with my hands.
You
I'm
really...
getting to this fucking coffin on a mission.
You motherfucker.
So you uncover the top lid to the coffin and you're able to wipe away all the dirt.
Awesome. I would like to open the coffin.
So as you creak the coffin open, you see a freshly dead corpse with black pustules, some popped, some not popped, around the mouth of this person. And as you're doing that, you see a light shine on you.
Like directly on me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and stop moving, and maybe if I don't move, they won't see me.
Sir, I think that's a
Under the
T-Rex you're
light.
thinking of.
Yeah, mate, that's a T-Rex.
You've just got a spotlight on you right now.
And what do you think you're doing? Comes a voice from the direction of the light.
I'm going to turn around and look at the light. Sir, I can promise you this is not what it seems. This is a public service.
Grave robbing is not a public service.
Well, I'm disposing of the dead bodies. You see all those black pustules. You really don't want to touch them. It's actually very dangerous, and we've been finding out that it leaks into the soil. And so you've really got to be careful. We were instructed to remove all of the bodies with the pustules from this graveyard so that, that doesn't happen anymore.
Give me a deception check.
I would be pretty convinced personally. Never mind.
-2 to deception? Good God.
Jeez.
I have been the groundskeeper here at this graveyard for 59 years. And I'll be damned if a work order didn't come through my office. So why don't you get out of that grave, and neither of us will have an issue today if you just get the hell off of this property.
Sir, please understand, I'm just doing what I've been told. I don't know why it didn't go through your office. I'm just a laborer. If you want, you're going to have to take this up with a higher authority, but in the meantime, I've really got to move this body so nobody else gets sick.
So sorry. This is not how I pictured this. This is not how I pictured this character at all.
The fact that Bree is within, I could walk over and hit you in the shoulder distance makes it even better.
So you see that as you're talking, he's holding this lantern up that has a directional path towards you. You see that as you're talking, the man his expression goes from anger to curiosity to fear the further you get into your speech. And you then begin to feel the earth start to shake. He drops his lantern and starts booking it.
Does this man look particularly strong or tough?
No.
I would like to throw a dart at him.
Okay.
The hell?
You do hit him with a dart, and he keeps running. But roll your damage. So it hits him in the back of the head. He screams out, but he keeps running. The world starts shaking, and the grave that you had been in, the dirt starts to fall into the grave that you're in. You look up and you see that the lantern that's now laying on the ground is casting a shadow, and that shadow looks like it is coming out of the grave as you are being swallowed by the soil beside you.
I would like to clutch on to the body and take it with me.
This is so wrong.
Everybody's gonna show up at the same time. We're gonna look towards Jared. Like,
I love that you were just like, oh, I know this thing is gonna take me, so I'll bring this with me anyway.
Oh my goodness.
You say, give me a sleight of hand. You successfully grab the wrist as you're swallowed by the earth.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
This is amazing, and I love it.
This is making me so happy.
Alas, we fade into the picture of a perfect sunny day on the beach. The sand is warm, the waves are calm, and the salty smell in the air just screams relaxation. On a towel soaking up the sun is a burly half-orc woman with one leg. Jojo, would you want to describe your character?
Yes, Argentamai, or Mai, is a rather large figure, standing at 6'4". Her hair is silver, despite her relative youth, and her skin is somewhere near an olive green, her sailor's tan slowly fading. Currently, she wears rather heavy black clothes with silver accents, and when she's walking, she holds her glaive, in the way a normal person would hold a walking stick. Her eyes are as blue as the sea she's so long called home, and her hands are rough and calloused from the intense manual labor her previous life demanded. The other notable thing about her appearance is that the left leg of her pants is rolled up to just above her knee, showing off a mahogany peg leg.
mahogany.
Mahogany.
Not just any mahogany. Mahogany from the planet of Melchior 7.
May, would you give me a perception check?
Oh, at least I'm proficient in those.
Feels good. Nice.
So you are sitting by the Portent Cliffs, one of the most beautiful beaches you have ever seen. And you have seen a lot of beaches in your time. So that's saying something. It's known for its breathtaking views from the top of the cliff, if you have the heart to climb it. But on one leg, you decided that it's best to stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Besides, you were here for resting, not adventuring. But as you look up at the cliff face, you see what appears to be a small humanoid at the edge, looking down. How sweet, someone ran up to watch the sunset. But then you see a dark figure behind her, and in one foul swoop, she's pushed off the edge, plummeting towards the water, until you hear a great cat crash against the water, and see a disturbance in the water making waves.
Well, my first reaction would be to swim out and see if she survived the fall.
Give me an athletics check because these waters are pretty choppy.
Oh, I am proficient with those. God, fuck.
No. No.
Never mind.
Doesn't like anyone today.
That said, you can see, but you cannot touch.
So as you're rushing out towards this person, the waves take you under. You see that as you're below the water, you open your eyes to the salty brine and it really starts to hurt. But you do see her body in the distance being pulled under. Just by the waves. There's nothing there pulling her under.
All right. So under the water, am I in a position to attempt to try and make it to her and try?
You sure can try.
Continue trying because I just saw someone fall off a cliff. And I'm trying to be a good person.
Trying.
Emphasis on trying.
Yes, I think that sums D&D it's emphasis on trying. So
I need another athletics check.
All right. It's a little better.
So you don't have much air in your lungs, but you do give it your absolute best effort. You get close enough to barely reach just one of her sleeves off of her dress.
All right. So I've been able to reach her. What am I close enough to grab her and try to swim up?
So you grab onto her. Where are you grabbing her?
You said a sleeve. I would try to reach for her hand.
Okay. So you grab onto her hand and her eyes open and her eyes emit this great blinding light. As you look at her closer, you see that you remember this dress. This dress was a dress you had when you were a young girl. And
when I was a wee lass.
You look at the facial features of this wee lass and you see all these features that are very familiar to yourself because she looks exactly 100% like a carbon copy of you when you were a little girl. You take her hand and her hand clamps onto yours and she starts pulling you further and further and further down into this what feels like endless sea. You come to the bottom of the ocean and you feel the sinking sand beneath your very large feet and you have this little girl's hand in yours. And you see that all of these coral rocks on the ground of the ocean have this bioluminescent fungi on it, and it is causing this beautiful glow to be all around you. And she looks up at you, and from her shadow begins to peel off the sea floor and float towards you until you are swallowed whole by its darkness.
This is not a good start to being a good person.
Lastly, we see a very tired-looking elf walking through the calm forest in the dead of night. He has the general look of someone who has been traveling for a long time, very wary, and he wears a large pack on his back as though he is expecting a long journey. Hugh, would you like to introduce your character?
Love to. So Lucas is, as Bree said, an elf, about 6 foot tall. Skin's sort of like a copperish brown. He's got really long, shaggy brown hair with vines growing through it. His eyes are a really dark brown as well, and he's got a bit of a... He's tried his hardest to like go clean shaven, but he doesn't know how to shave properly because he's been living in the wilderness pretty much his entire life. And he just wears really ragged clothes that are all muddy and like bits of leaves, almost like he's wearing some sort of ghillie suit, like a sniper would wear, but much more ragged and dirty and just not well put together.
I picture him as the Junkrat of the Wood Elves.
Literally, yeah. He's pretty much Junkrat, but with less insanity.
It's been quite some time since you've eaten. You've been on a very long journey yourself. And as you come to a clearing, you see some blackberry bushes on the other side. You pause for a moment, debating carrying on with your travels before you feel the heaviness of your feet, telling you it wouldn't be a bad time to take a rest.
I am going to walk over to the blackberry bush and just kind of sit down next to it. Just pause for a second and then reach for one of the blackberries and try and take one.
They are delicious. They're so good. You haven't eaten in a while. You do see that a single bug comes out, and as you pluck one of the blackberries off of the bush, and lands on your finger as you're putting it into your mouth. And it just gives you like a friendly little flutter.
I like pull the blackberry away from my mouth, take it out from between my fingers, and just like hold it in front of the bug, just offering it to the bug.
So the bug starts to eat its inner nectar like blissfully, and soon you have 5 or 6 bugs on your finger drinking from this little blackberry.
Alright, I didn't expect all of you to come all at once, but I suppose it doesn't make much of a difference me feeding you guys as it does to feeding my family back home. It's nice to have company every once in a while.
You see that the sun is beginning to set, and it's probably time to make camp.
Cool. I'm gonna take my pack off and start pulling out all my camping supplies, like my bedroll and a little fire kit.
All right. Do you have a fire kit?
I don't know.
Is it in your inventory? Do you have like tinder?
I have a tinder box, yeah.
Yep. So you successfully make a fire, and you have a great night. As you are going to bed, you cozy up to your bedroll, and you see those bugs from earlier are kind of flying around the fire. And now that it's nighttime, you can see that they are glow bugs.
Oh, I'm just gonna like lay on my back on my bedroll and just kind of watch them dancing around the fire for a while. And think
You
about
watch
my family.
them dancing around, and you, at this moment, feel so at one with nature, especially in your like you're in your element. You are a druid in the woods. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. And this is the place that you've known as home the longest.
Yeah.
And as you're watching them, you start to drift off into sleep, and you have a very good deep sleep. When you wake up to the sound of hurling wind.
I am, I guess, just gonna go out on a limb and do a perception check, just to see if I can figure out what's going on.
So this wind is hurling around you, and it's dark out, but you can see that it's actually all of like thousands and thousands and thousands of these little lightning bugs that are essentially creating this cyclone of wind around you. And they're causing it, even though it's dark, they're causing it to be lit up like so bright. And you grab on to what kind of weapon do you have?
I have a quarterstaff.
You grab onto your quarterstaff and brace yourself against the wind. as you look down to get your eyes out of this blinding light, you see that your shadow from these lightning bugs start to lift off the ground, and it swallows you whole as you fade back into darkness.
As it lifts off the ground, I'm gonna like frantically start waving my quarterstaff at it, like, please just get the hell away from me. I'm still tired.
If you would be so kind as to place your tokens near the well.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, hooray!
No, not highlight everything. No, drag the... there we go. Drag the token, not highlight
Here we
things.
go.
Do I have my body with me?
You do have your body with you.
Awesome. Okay.
So you all wake up and you are on the softest grass you have ever felt. There is a slight breeze in the air. It is a perfect 70 degrees and sunny, and you are all waking up in this new place. You wake up to a group of strangers that are all seeming to wake up with you around the well, except for one stranger that doesn't seem to be waking up at all.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Wait, who's not waking up?
The corpse.
Oh,
Lucas is gonna immediately just run and hide behind a tree.
What in the 90s was that?
Assuming we all started.
You guys wake up and you see this wood elf running away from you guys.
Peering out from
I
behind the
blame
tree.
him.
that's par for the course.
Andante just sits up and goes, oh, those fires were too much. Wait, I survived?
Fires?
Am I alive?
Fires?
Am I dead? Did
Wait, am I dry?
Did you just say fires?
You guys are blaming me for this, but this guy's talking about fires.
Yeah, no, no.
What?
I'll get back to you in a sec. Fires? You said fires.
Yes. If I'm correct in my assumption that I am now dead, I died in a fire.
I don't feel dead, so
Well,
I'd wager
that's
you're
right.
probably
I wasn't-
not dead too.
Yeah.
Can
Gotta
we
say,
talk about
not
this
dead.
guy that has a literal corpse with him? Should we not be questioning that?
Corpse?
I
What are
don't
you,
know.
That is.
What are you talking
false.
about? Terrence looks at the corpse and goes, ah!
Yeah, in fact,
Dude,
you're acting
you're
like you've
that
never
one
seen
is
a dead man
definitely-
before.
That one is
I still have my
definitely
quarter staff drawn, right?
Yeah, you all have your stuff still.
I'm gonna like two-hand hold it, pointing it at Strauss.
I also
Just
forgot
ready.
to mention. That Millsap has mountain goat horns.
Oh, sorry, I said Strauss. I meant Kraus. Seskel.
What are you pointing that at me for? This
You're
look,
standing right next to a dead body. What do you think I'm pointing it at you for?
Well, I know how this looks, but so
How
it's
often do you
not
say
what
that
it looks
sentence?
Like.
All right.
Pretty often.
Everyone, let's all calm down. Clearly, none of us know who each other are, where we came from, or how the hell we got here. So, let's go around the room with some introductions, shall we? My name is Andante.
I don't think we're in a room. Just saying. This doesn't
Lucas
look
is
like a
just
room to
gonna
me.
like
It's a
put
figure
his
of
quarter
speech,
staff
Lemon.
away, sit
I
down on the
imagine-
grass and start running his hands through it because of how soft it is.
I imagine it's more of a metaphorical room.
I also still had my swords out, so I'm just gonna sheath the swords.
Don't know about you guys, but this grass is really, really soft. Nothing like this back home.
You sound like you're high.
Hey, I live in the woods, okay? I
he
probably
probably
have
is
some sort of
high.
herbs, yeah.
Nope.
Everyone's like, there's a corpse. And then the high dude is just like, this grass is real soft.
I'm the one I'm like, there's a corpse! Oh, the grass.
He's focused on the right thing here. to be honest.
All right.
Okay. First and
I-
foremost,
Would like to do a medicine check on the corpse.
You can do a medicine check.
Did it come alive when I brought it with me?
It is indeed a dead body. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm just inspecting it and analyzing.
You can see that it had some sort of illness. It would have been a beautiful woman otherwise. But you see that she has these black pustules around her mouth, and she looks like she wasn't doing well prior to her dying.
Can I do a medicine check to identify what's going on with that body?
Sure. This is the same thing you saw in the young Ganassi girl.
So Liam's face is gonna look concerned. Do I know if this thing is contagious or not?
The Ganassi girl was the first case that you had seen of this, so you have no prior knowledge.
Gotcha. All right. So do I know what those tinctures were that I had given the Ganassi girl? Like what the ingredients were of those?
It would have just been like herbs and remedies that would have been like common to the world. Like basically like think like Chinese medicine. Like this will help you retain water better kind of thing.
Okay.
You are more
Nice.
so treating the symptoms than treating the disease, if that makes sense.
I'd stay away from that if I were you. I just had that come into my office not too long ago. I was able to get some tinctures to be able to deal with that, but I don't know if I'm able to get the ingredients while we're here.
You sound like a doctor. Do you run an apothecary office?
It's more of a doctor's office than an apothecary.
I see. That's the same sort of thing my wife did before she met me.
Hey. So, I'd be careful with that body if I were you.
So I can't help but notice there's a bottle in the well. Is that
There
actually-
sure is.
Same. I
Okay.
want.
I was gonna pick it up real quick and see what that is.
So it is very far down. So you would have to find a way to fish it out because this well is deep.
It's
How
really
far
Can I
down?
pull the vines out of my hair and use that?
Can I walk down the side of the well and get it?
It's probably like 8 to 10 feet down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just swim down and grab it.
How are you getting in and out?
Through the top?
The
don't-
water's right
Oh.
down at the bottom, like 8 feet down.
Oh,
So
I'm
you'd have
just
to
walking
jump
down.
Oh,
down.
the water's 8 feet down.
So how are you
Correct.
gonna climb
Okay.
out?
Because I
Oh.
can. Just walk up the wall.
I just can.
You just walk.
So you just like Spider-Man
Whoa.
it down, you grab the bottle, you Spider-Man it back up.
That's about us.
To open the bottle and see what's in it.
There's a small piece of parchment that says, "Make a wish into the well. If it echoes, it comes true."
Do we each get our own wish, or is that just one for the piece of paper?
I am going to look into the well and say, I wish Malik was here.
Roll me a straight d20. You do not hear it echo back.
I'd like to say it louder.
You say it louder, it does not echo.
Are we all going to try?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Millsap says,
I wish Marcy was safe.
Roll me a d20.
I'm rolling it. My Wi-Fi just decided to shit itself as I was about to roll it.
Marcy's not safe. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Nat one for the internet.
Ant has racist internet.
Yeah, it does.
That's what right-wing internet is.
Oh, God,
You do not hear an echo back.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna kind of let them do their thing. I'm gonna start scouting the area, just get a sense of the area.
Okay.
Lucas is gonna like
as I'm gonna walk away. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'll leave you to your superstitions. I'm gonna go see what we're dealing with here. And I'm going to just kind of walk around.
So you walk around.
I'd also like, while I'm looking around, I'd like to see if I can find anything that I can identify as herbs. I can give you a herbalism kit check for that.
Sure. $19.
Mm-hmm.
So you find some horsetail, which is an herb, and it is used to treat colds, hay fever, and asthma.
About how much of it?
You find a like plant's worth of it. So like probably like 3 to 4 doses.
Okay. What else do I get from the area, just from kind of walking around and taking in my surroundings?
The sky seems impossibly blue. The clouds are puffy and beautiful. The grass is soft to the touch, and the breeze is constant and perfect.
Liam's gonna furl his eyebrows. He's a little suspicious of this place, but he's gonna keep just walking.
Lucas is gonna like put both hands on the well and lean as far down in as he can without falling in, and just go, I wish that my family were safe and protected.
Roll me a d20.
Can do.
You do not hear it echo back.
Just, that's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's okay. It's okay. They're gonna be okay. I left them in good hands. They're okay.
I didn't.
Optimism is always a good start.
And
I'm trying. I promise. I'm trying.
And Dante's just sitting on the edge of the well, going, You know, I'd love to make a wish.
What are you going to wish for?
Well,
I'm like gonna just
that's
lean
the
over.
thing, isn't it? If you're going to make a wish, you can't waste it on something. Something
Oh,
petty,
are you
like
saying we've
fame
wasted
and
ours?
No, heavens no.
But-
Protection of family and such is all good and dandy, but I've got none to protect. All I've got is
would a
me.
barrel of rum be a waste of a wish?
I think that would probably be not the best use, but I mean, it's your wish, not mine.
Not the best use.
And-
All right.
And then Dante's just he's gonna put his hands kind of slightly behind him as he leans back and goes, I just wish the world were a good enough place to where nobody had to make wishes.
You roll me a d20.
I can
I
already
wish
tell you
for
that
world
won't echo.
peace.
Yeah, that one.
Essentially, yeah.
So
It
you're
echoes. The campaign's over.
I would push him into the well
so
if that happens.
you sit on the edge of this well, and as you wish that, the well disappears, and you fall flat on your ass.
Okay.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, good lord. What have you done, laddie?
I don't know.
Oh, great.
Well, I suppose we can be thankful that it didn't swallow your arm with it or something.
Speaking of which, did you all get swallowed by a shadow?
No, I got swallowed by the sea.
How are you not dead?
How are any of us not dead?
That's the question.
Strange man with a corpse.
Speaking of which, nobody took Andante's offer to introduce themselves, so the only person's name that any of us knows is mine.
No, I wasn't listening. Like,
hey,
Mike May
I see
was
you over there running away. Come back here with that corpse.
What? What is he going to do with a corpse? Oh, he could do a lot of things with a corpse. Never mind.
Yeah, that's not a good question.
What are you doing over here?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to cure this disease so that more people don't get infected. It's very important that
I am
we figure this out.
100% perception check.
Insight check is what you mean.
Insight, that's the one. Shut up. I'm not good at D&D, okay? That's better.
I'm going to just believe him. All right. So long as you're not eating it, because that would be awful.
Yeah, why would I eat it? That's so weird.
Death is a natural part of life, and I honestly don't think you should be carrying a corpse around if you're trying to cure it.
No, see, we need to study the corpse so that we know.
Yeah, but
I've heard about that.
I still do not believe you.
What? Where did you get your medical degree?
I don't need a degree. I have been alive for 221 years. I know how life and death work.
Oh God, he sounds like Grandpa.
Old. You're so old.
I am a wood elf. It's my racial trait.
And upon hearing your age,
why would you ask me what lies beyond death? I've never died. I wouldn't know.
But you say you understand life and death. What is beyond death?
How am I supposed to know? I'm not a seer.
Exactly. Now, if you would please leave me to my work.
Seer? Like a steak?
I
steak.
don't know what steak is.
Well, you take a slab of beef and you sear both sides.
If you lots are stunned about talking about food, I think we should probably figure out how to get out of here.
Should we also not figure out what he's doing with a hand axe with a corpse?
Well, that's clear. He's chopping it up.
Yeah.
Just nonchalant.
I don't like to see corpses get desecrated like this. It's not natural.
You don't have to watch. You can go on the other side of the tree. That's why I cook it back here in private.
I'm looking at him going, I think he plans on eating it.
Have you?
And I'm just going to turn around and walk away.
Oh, he didn't say he was going to eat it. He said he's investigating it.
I'm walking away either way.
There's a dissection with a hand axe.
So you're okay with him eating it?
Hey, if that's his diet, and I'm not one to judge.
Yeah. I mean,
we all have bigger
don't
things to deal with than a man trying to eat a corpse. Let's move away from this.
I'm not.
Feel free to stay.
Which way are y'all heading?
Back towards where the well was.
I just don't want to be near Seskel right now. So
you don't know his name yet.
You don't know his name.
Yeah, I'm saying this in character, but not knowing his name. I'm saying it out of character. But in character.
What? Out of character with your character voice? That's confusing.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
No, I'm confused.
So after slowly restringing his lute, and Dante's just gonna test the strings, make sure they're all in tune.
It sounds back to normal.
Ah, yes, perfect.
Oh my fucking god.
I might. Don't tempt me.
I'm trying.
I will play music. I am not afraid, sir. I will play
What are y'all
the music.
doing?
Wait, you're not a... No, never mind.
I think we should probably focus on figuring out where we actually are. We have no idea.
That is what the good doctor just said.
For all we know, we could be in another entire plane of existence.
That's exactly what I think we are.
Yeah.
I was just going around. Sky, way too blue. Grass, way
Right.
too soft. Breeze, it's just too perfect. We're
And
not
Dante-
we're not
and
on a
Dante
regular
turns-
plane.
And Dante turns around and goes, "Well, we've already ruled out the fact that we might be dead. There's a dead body over there, and we're not one of those things. At least I don't think
I'll
I
be
am."
honest. After I was literally caught up in a firefly hurricane, I'd rather have this breeze than any of the other right now.
A firefly hurricane, please tell me more.
Hurricane. Don't tell me.
There were fireflies and they made a hurricane. What more do you want to know? Forgive me, I'm not very tactful. I haven't quite figured out social interaction yet.
I see. Well, if you have any other tales that you would like to inform me, I will spin together a bonnet of your grand adventures.
Would you like to hear a 3-hour story about my family?
Can we?
I
What
would.
are you guys gonna do?
I am hanging out with Seskel, trying to avoid the story about a hurricane. Hurricanes are not fun.
You see Seskel removes the heart and there's this black webbing over it. He takes a piece of that off and squishes it between his fingers.
I hope he's wearing gloves.
I doubt
He's
it.
not.
Bare hands. I don't
So-
want to know what's going on around there.
What are you
Good.
trying to learn here?
I am trying to determine what this disease is and how it affects the body.
A doctor's work.
Is it
God,
bad
that's-
that I'm more inclined to believe him now that I've seen him rip a heart out from a body?
No.
I'm gonna
All
look.
right.
How is Seskel's surgery skills with a hand axe?
Give me a dexterity check. Or do you have a healing kit?
Oh no! I'm not. I want to know.
I know, and I'm saying to Jerry.
Oh,
I do not have a healing kit, no.
Give me a dexterity check. Decent. You can tell it's not the first time he's cut open a body, but it's certainly not the 100th either.
It's not the first and won't be the last.
Have to say, friend, that's a pretty clean incision there with a hand axe.
Oh yes, thank you. I've been practicing.
I think that makes me unsettled.
So you seem to know something about this disease. I just had a case of this before I was transported here. Do you know anything about it so far?
Yes, DM. Do I know anything about it so far?
You have been looking into this, and it's something that has been plaguing different parts of your area lately. But it seems to be centered amongst that graveyard. You know that it somehow creates undead. You're not sure how they become undead, what's causing it, anything else other than there's been some, stories of people getting out of their graves, and, that's been an issue.
I would like to open up the skull of this corpse and inspect the brain.
And how are you going to open up the skull?
With the hand axe. How else? What do you mean?
Choppy
Doesn't matter if the brain is in the keys.
You're just going to mountain man down on his head?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to try and be gentle, but...
Just place the blade on the top and slowly ease it down.
It's like cracking an egg.
Oh.
No, it's not.
So you manage to get the brain open with the hand axe, but it's not a pretty sight of how you go about it. And
actually, but before I didn't get to say this. Before he did that, I was gonna stop him, and I'm gonna take out my healer's kit and take out the inevitable little hammer that I have, the bone saw,
I'm a doctor. I know how to do these things. I
Let
want to
him
use my
go at it with an
tools
axe.
specifically intended to do these kinds of surgeries to open up the skull.
I'll have you know, I've been using this hand axe for years, and it works just fine.
I'm sure it is, but I think I got a couple of years of actually doing this legitimately over your friend.
And where did you get your medical license?
The army.
The army is giving out doctorates these days, are they?
20
Oh,
years.
you did,
20
Josh.
years
Where
of
did you get your
experience.
medical license?
20 years experience. 20 years of saving my brother in arms. You learn a couple of things.
Fuck, how old am I?
As you get down and you start to surgically cut the head open, Seskel, you do see that this is a much cleaner, faster way to do things. Regardless of where you got your degree, this is going to still be true in either world, that a scalpel is going to be better than a hand axe. So, you open it up and you see that the brain is also covered in this black, sticky webbing.
So I'm gonna turn to Seskel and ask, so what do you think of this? And that's basically me asking for Seskel to give me the help action on a medicine check on it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, I'll help him.
Okay. So, medicine check at advantage. Wow, I'm not doing well with these rolls today.
It is a brain with black webbing, and you've never seen this before.
I would like to inspect the black webbing. Is it like blood? What is it?
Give me a Arcana check.
We have two medical experts looking at the same body and acquiring zero information from it.
I would hesitate to say that Seskel is an expert. He's using a hand axe to make incisions.
When he's using fancy words like degree and license.
Well, I love the thought, and obviously we might find this out. You don't have to tell me this, Jerry, at all. But I love the thought that that's all just a part of his deflecting about how he's really not qualified to do this, and I'm the first person who actually has medical experience that he's interacted with, and he's like, fuck,
Shit, no.
Would it be worth doing a nature check on this webbing?
I don't know, would it?
Do it anyway. Never mind. That does not look natural in the slightest to me. I'm gonna excuse myself before I vomit again.
I need everybody to give me a little bit of space. I need to perform a procedure, but y'all aren't going to want to see it.
I mean,
why?
why?
Whatever you say, friend. I mean, give some distance.
I'm going to give only a little bit of distance.
One step.
I want to watch this.
Steps back once.
Yeah, I'm going to take one step back. What?
The names.
I don't understand.
I'd like to pick up the arm and see if it smells like any part of the body smells weird, besides the normal decay, obviously.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Okay, I would like to stealthily bite it.
No.
Oh no!
This is a bad idea.
I think we figured out what Jerry is.
I mean, we've been figured out.
He said he was planning on eating
spider
it.
climb and the racial.
You know what? Hold on. I need probably closer to 2 minutes, but give me a second.
All right.
My name's Mills, by the way. Mr. Adante.
Pleasure to meet you, Mills. And he holds, and Dante holds out his hand to shake it.
Mills keeps his arm crossed.
Fair enough.
You're not too friendly, are you, Mills?
Well,
Has somebody hurt you?
don't worry about it.
I'm sorry
I
if
don't
I'm
think
intruding.
I don't think we're quite buddy enough to inquire about that kind of information from him. Don't you think?
No, I just figured I'd ask just in case. My name is Lucas. Forgive me if I upset you. I'm not socially capable, you might say. It's taken me a while, but I've been learning from my wife. I have lived in the woods pretty much since I was 4 years old, I think. So almost, well over 200 years.
Wow, that's quite impressive, Mr. Lucas.
Thank you. It's not fun. It wasn't, at least, until I met my sweet Mara and we had our kids. I'll spare you the story unless you have the time.
Oh, I've always got the time. No, we can actually fully we can just like have a background. You told this tale during travel
we'll do
sometime later.
Yeah.
So, you grew up on the material realm. And where did everybody grow up?
I mean, we can't rule everything out so far.
Well, last I checked, I was on the material plane. I was in a tavern performing excellently, if I might add. And
I was sleeping under a blackberry bush with a load of fireflies, as I said.
Yes, and very suddenly, this large bear man caught fire and set the entire place ablaze. I did what I could to help, but sadly, there's not much scrawny little elf like myself can handle.
I see.
Right before I left the town, I was leaving caught on fire.
Okay, so this is the corpse.
Is that Natalie Portman?
I don't know.
No, not Natalie Portman.
The way she did.
Either way, she did.
I don't think that's anyone famous. I think it's just a person.
Yeah, that's just a person.
It's just a regular person.
So, you bite down into this corpse and you see the corpse's eyes open.
Well, he was trying.
Do you what?
Do I still have my hand axe in my hand?
Yes.
Head off.
What if this is like an oracle that's gonna guide us and you just kill us straight away?
Like I imagine like he bites into it, the eyes open, and without removing his teeth from the arm, just one hands the hand
Just
you
in
Alucard?
I am gonna have everyone roll for initiative just in case this doesn't work out.
Oh no, Jerry.
Just in case, huh?
Oh yes, feels good.
Wow.
I get very excited when I go
do
first.
feel like we're still playing with Nick sometimes.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Okay, and so give me your attack. Oh, that'll hit. Stop whispering.
It's like
You put the turn order in the wrong order.
Oh, thank you.
I'd like to point out my bite's technically an attack.
You get one. So do you want to do the hand axe or do you want to do the bite?
I mean, the hand axe hits better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so they are not dead, but they are not looking great either because they do have their fucking top of their head cut off. Like a lot of organs out. But
Wild, they should be dead as a doctor.
Argent or May, do you want to take what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and stab the head with my glaive.
That'll hit.
Oh, that feels good. Nice tie roll.
Andante.
All right. Would I have even noticed that this thing sprung to life yet?
By the screaming, I think, yes.
So, the I'm just gonna jump up, go and just quickly grab out my my dagger, going, not what I was expecting. And I'm going to I'm just gonna step up here and just assess the situation. No further actions at this time.
You see that there is a body that is like coming back to life. You see that Seskel, it has his mouth around some flesh of the body. You see that the body has the top of its head cut off and a lot of organs are spewed beside it. You can tell that whatever this is, it should not be alive.
By the Divines, what have you done?
He was gonna eat it.
Just really matter of fact.
He was gonna eat it.
Yeah. No further actions at this time. That's the end of my turn.
Mills, that is your turn.
Mills is gonna go ahead and run over there and you know, I should be surprised, but I'm not. I'm just gonna pull out the light crossbow and shoot at the thing.
Oh, that'll hit.
A crit.
So this thing comes back to life and like gets hit in the face with a hand axe, gets like poked with a glaive, and then gets a crossbow to its head, and it falls back dead.
Good.
I would like to finish cutting off its head.
Well, that was easy. Good work,
Can we
everybody.
guarantee this thing stays dead this time? I would very much not like to be freaked out again.
Yeah, we're burning this one.
No, we can't.
Agreed.
This is crucial to understanding the experiment.
Buddy,
Also,
you just got caught
No.
with flesh in your mouth. You don't get to talk about what we do to a dead body anymore.
I think
Listen,
I have to
burning
agree
it would
with Slater.
probably be the last thing we would want to do. If we're going to dispose of it at all, I would say let it rot into the ground like natural.
It's not how that works. Ever heard of something called the Black Death?
Aye, good point. Scratch that from my last statement.
wasn't this body just left to rot before?
That is a good point.
but we
But obviously,
need this body.
obviously all right, look here. We only need a sample of the disease. We don't need the whole body. So take out the sample, and then we're going to get rid of the body. Because clearly
Okay.
you're not actually interested in this disease here.
Fine. I will take a sample, and I would like to pick up the whole body.
You know how this works, friends. Friend.
I
Fine.
feel like he
gonna-
does not have the best interests at heart for that body.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pick up that kind of bits of gray matter that we had taken out to observe the webbing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna
What?
Really have anything?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. I accidentally put on my quick macrobar twice.
He's already dead.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't actually do that. I didn't mean to do that.
You did.
I didn't-
Yeah, you did.
No,
Smack him.
no, you're fine.
I would have said something if I meant to do it.
Can we assume that something that I have empty vials in my healer's kit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the gray matter, and put it in a vial, plug it up, and put it in my inventory, and then I'm gonna say, all right, now we should probably get rid of this buddy.
Yes, I would like to second
Buddy.
this motion.
Yeah, we're burning.
I third it.
That'll do.
Body back on the ground.
Anybody know how to set things aflame?
You use Tinder, don't you?
We should probably get this away from this tree over here, so we don't light the tree on fire.
Andrew's been my player for far too long.
Well, actually, this tree's pretty far from the other trees. If we burn the tree down, it'll look like just the tree burned down.
I would
And it would
rather we
cover our
did not
tracks.
burn any trees. Thank you very much.
Wait, why would we need to cover our tracks?
Because I'm assuming this body belonged to somebody when it was alive.
Okay, but like we've discussed that we're on a different world apparently, or like something. So
Yes,
what
I
tracks do we
believe
need
his
to
body is
cover?
nowhere near where this fine fellow has procured it from.
You have a point.
Someone help me carry this thing.
I'll grab it.
I got it.
I got it too.
And Dante staying as far away from it as possible. Like, yeah, no, you will handle that. I will supervise from a distance.
No, it's dead. It's dead. Stabbed it myself.
No? What?
I'm gonna
So
instruct
where are we?
right here.
Where? Okay, there.
Yeah, right here.
Bree, can you move the body's token?
We're all carrying it together. Each of us has.
I'm just imagining the coffin meme. The do 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 do.
We all have a limb each, and then Mai has the head.
Did anybody grab the Did anybody grab the organs?
I would assume they're back in the body where they should be in the first place.
And if they are not, can I cast prestidigitation to set them ablaze?
Not under the tree.
Yes, under the tree.
No.
The bodies, they shoved them back into the corpse before moving them, or the organs rather.
Well, I did. Okay. Somebody did.
Somebody did.
Somebody did.
All right. I would assume.
I'm going to take out my tinderbox and light it on fire.
You successfully have a burning corpse.
That smells absolutely dreadful.
Hey, you get used to it.
Do I?
Nice deep breath.
I don't think I'll ever get used to the smell of burning flesh. That sounds disgusting.
I'm just gonna stand off to the side, and if the fire tries to spread, I'm gonna prestidigitation what spreads outwards off. That way the body stays burning, but none of the grass catches.
It seems pretty contained, and it successfully burns the body. And you guys wait until it burns out, and it's all good. We are gonna break for 5 minutes right now, just because I'm getting dizzy. My blood sugar is so low.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go and grab something that actually has calories, because I haven't eaten today.
Oh god!
So, take 5, okay?
Alright, I'm also gonna go grab food. Maybe.
Me too.
I smell food, so I think I should go grab some food.
No one.
What?
She said, "Take 5," so I started singing "Take 5" by David.
I've never heard that song, unfortunately, so I couldn't join you. But if I had, I definitely would have joined you.
It's a great jazz song. It's written in 5/4.
I heard 5/4 is a very difficult way to write songs in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. The Mission Impossible. It's written in 5/4. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Dun 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 dun. I had to play a song in band in high school that was written in 10/8.
Oh.
but it was counted as 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2.
I feel like an imposter sitting in a class of like, yeah, I get this barely. Thank God I paid attention in chorus in high school.
Back.
Congratulations. I don't actually have food, but it's being made. I can smell it. It's fried chicken, and I'm hungry.
I don't have food either. I have a glass of orange juice.
I've got a mini packet of Ritz crackers.
You staying at the Ritz?
Ritz crackers. They're delicious.
Yeah, you staying at the Ritz?
I hope this is a normal cracker.
Wait, I heard it.
With the Ritz?
I heard a Kalele.
Yeah, Andrew. It's the elevator music while we wait for Brie.
Or the same chord progression with a completely different feel. Breakdown. My favorite part.
Drew, you need to edit just like a little screen break with like either like a little dog or something playing the ukulele.
Get the
that
video
on the screen.
Get the video of
For the
that
video?
Shiba Inu just doing the tappy dance.
Just put it on the screen as soon as Andrew pulls out the ukulele. We'll be back after these messages.
Is that Andrew?
Yeah.
It is. It ain't gonna be me because I can't play this well.
Yeah. I can't play at all.
Plus, my microphone won't pick up my guitar.
I mean, it does usually.
Eh. Here and there.
Okay, y'all. I think we're all back.
I am here, yes.
So you successfully burned a corpse. Where would you like to go from here?
Well,
Left!
well, hold on, guys. Guys,
Left?
I think Dante said it best. We should probably introduce ourselves properly.
I suppose so. If we don't really know each other.
Well, I guess I'll get things started. Liam Smartthorn. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Liam. my name is Lucas Northwind.
Wait, is that a hammer and sickle?
Yes, it is.
You said go left.
Oh,
My God.
enough politics.
Oh, it's a meme.
My name
It's
is
a meme.
My name is Mills. Last name Groves. Nice to meet you all.
I am Andante. I'm a musician and storyteller of sorts.
Well, I suppose that leaves me, doesn't it?
Oh, you and the brain eater.
Well, I'm Argentamai. You can call me Mai.
All right, that just leaves creepy man with the corpse.
He's muted.
Jerry?
He's no creeper than a normal doctor.
I don't think normal doctors eat brains.
I confirm we
They
don't
don't?
eat brains.
Jerry?
Sorry, I was trying to fix it. So, well, I think you all know of me by now. You can call me Seth. I study medicine.
I highly doubt that at
I-
this point, sir.
I have a degree from Whitewater University.
Can we discuss what a degree is and what a university is? Because I don't know.
Can I
The
make
university is the place you go to learn.
Can I make a history check to know to? Well, actually, can I make an insight check on that?
Sure. He
So I'm gonna
definitely does not have a degree from Whitewater University.
Based on your attempt at surgically removing the brain that body there, I doubt you have a degree in medicine.
Well,
I would know.
You use the tools that are provided to you.
And the tools that are provided to you, you don't get taught to perform surgery with a hand axe.
Or
Well,
your
no,
teeth,
you
as far as I'm
not.
concerned.
Look,
some
friend,
circumstances you have to adapt.
Friend. I'm not going to judge what you do, right? It's not my place to judge. I just want you to be honest with me. I just want you to tell me what's really going on here, and we can see if we can coexist here. Because again, I'm not going to judge. It's not my place to.
Yes, I'm sure at least some of us have had enough judging in their lives.
Oh, definitely.
I have been judged by certain people I prefer not to be judged by again, so I know how that feels.
We all appear to be accepting individuals.
We have no reason to turn you in or anything. You might as well be honest with us.
That, and even if we wanted to, but we would turn you in too. I mean, we don't even know where we are.
True.
Exactly.
I don't see a wanted poster.
But this cannot leave this group.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Lips are sealed.
Oh boy, I do love
soldier's honor.
I have no plans to kiss and tell.
To discover what lies beyond death, and see if there is possibly a way to cure death itself.
Oh, so that's why you're so upfront with me about your intentions before. Okay, I see.
Only because I have, major trust issues based on my backstory. I'm gonna insight that again, just to be safe.
You win.
You can tell that he's telling the truth.
Okay, cool.
He's death and illness.
Better safe than sorry.
I don't think there's anything wrong with death. It's just part of life, natural. I mean, yes, it's sad to lose the ones you love, and God forbid I ever lost my family, but it's something that happens to everybody.
Nice. Gotta be completely honest. It's noble cause enough, but would put me out of a job.
Aye, there is also that.
Well, you're a doctor, so if everyone doesn't die, wouldn't that mean there would be more people to get sick for you to treat?
At the same time, what would be the point? What would be the point of trying to save someone if you know they're not going to die? Probably going to still try to save them, but
Because otherwise
The
they'd likely
stakes
be
wouldn't be-
miserable and would
The
want
stakes
to
wouldn't
die.
be as the stake wouldn't be as high.
All right. Well, moral values aside, at the moment,
Can
how do
everyone
we
give me
go-
a perception check?
Hey.
Oh god.
I sure as hell can try.
No.
Hey.
No,
Nobody rolled above an 11.
I got a
except for Lucas
16.
here.
I got an absolute 0.
Okay, never mind.
What? Not even me?
Lucas rolled a 16. That should be high enough for something.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that one. I just saw 9, 11, 11, 0, 10. So your ear twitches as you hear rustling. You can hear someone is walking very quickly and crunching leaves and everything to your north.
Bree, would I have noticed that with my passive?
What is your passive?
17.
Then yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody needs to turn north right now. I can hear someone coming down the path.
I'm gonna look, obviously.
Can someone
Clearly.
roll me a d7?
Got it. D7? What is it?
Ooh.
D7? That is a thing? I didn't get that option.
It's not.
Oh.
It's a custom macro.
Show
So
You
you
can just-
see this absolute buffoon-looking motherfucker of a dwarf heading down towards you. And he is booking it, completely ignoring the burnt corpse.
Ah, look, somebody else is here. Hello, sir. Are you? And he is gone.
I think. I mean, he didn't see the burning corpse, so that's something for us, I suppose.
Did
He might have
seem to be
seen
running
that
from
or he
something? He seemed to be running from something. I'm
Did
gonna
he
look the other way.
Did he look like he was running in fear, or did he look like he was running to something?
He looks like he's running to something.
Well,
Do you think we should follow
can't
him?
beat him, join him.
I'm going to.
Yep.
That's my dash.
Very well. Let's be
It's just-
off.
Oh, it literally, like, he ran past, we all looked at each other and just fucking ran after him.
Why are you chasing me?
We just want to know where you're headed. We've got nowhere else to go.
I tried to
We
get
just
Hold
his
on.
got here.
We don't know where we are. We're all horribly lost. We were wondering if you could point us in the right direction.
But which direction is the right direction?
What I'm trying to ask.
Where are you trying to go?
We
No
have no
idea.
idea.
We don't even
woke
know
up.
where we are, let alone
We
where
all-
we're going.
We woke up around a well, and the well is gone now, and we have no idea where we're supposed to be going.
Well, I can't exactly tell you where you're supposed to be going.
Is there anywhere nearby that we could run to anyway?
Viridia is the closest city. You could go there.
Which
Okay.
way is
Is
Viridia?
You see that he points towards the west.
Okay. I would
Thank
be...
you, friend.
And he books it off. He's gone.
Okay. I was going
It must
to
have been
ask if he was
I wonder
headed
where
somewhere
he was
else,
off in such a
but,
hurry to.
He must have been like a courier or something. I've been reading about those lately.
You know,
Oh, my
know
books are
what a
gone. Damn.
courier is.
A courier?
you know,
Someone who carries mail.
I don't know
thinking
what mail
about
is.
it. What if? Nah, never mind.
Well,
I mean,
Regardless-
I think we have two
regardless-
options. We can follow him, or we could go to Viridia.
I'd rather
personally,
get to civilization.
yeah,
we should
I'd
head
prefer
to the
get
west.
to-
I suppose we can't avoid civilization forever.
Yes, civilization.
I am not too keen on that either.
I don't think you and I have the same reason to not be keen on it.
Probably not. I'm more of a outcast based on my living situation.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk about it.
I see. I won't pry.
I suggest we all stick together, as we've no real idea what awaits us in this land, area, world. Who knows?
I have to agree.
So you
And,
guys heading towards the city?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You guys head towards the west, and there's no real path. It seems like this forest is just perfect green grass with these perfectly trimmed trees under this perfectly blue sky. As you guys get closer to the city, or where you think the city is, you encounter a building plopped directly in the middle of the woods. And if you could kindly put your tokens here, where I am pinging.
Could you shift click it?
Shift click?
Yeah, if you hold
shift.
shift and do a long click, it'll drag us there so that we can see.
Gotcha.
I cannot see.
Did I place my token?
down.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah,
Right.
hold on.
You're on there twice.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. Do you have night vision, Hugh?
I don't
You have
think
dark vision?
so. Yes, I do.
Okay, 60 feet.
Yeah.
She was a
Wood elf.
wood elf. Okay.
Easy now.
I do not.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and
I do not. So, it's fine.
And what does Seskull appear to be?
a really pale human. You guys make it down this dirt path that kind of veered off, and you see a building.
Well, this seems to be right in the middle of nowhere, doesn't it?
I mean, it's a little bit unsettling. I mean, random building in the middle of the woods.
Does it
seems
appear
unnatural.
Does it appear to be like a house or a store or an inn or?
It appears to be the size of a house. All of the windows have those like shutters on them, and they all appear to be closed from the inside.
I'm not too comfortable about this. I'm more accustomed to a little underground burrow.
Yeah, this building does seem to scream, "Keep out."
I mean,
building are you guys talking about?
There is a building right in front of us. Oh, sorry, I forget. You probably can't see it.
Is it dark outside? Is it still daytime?
It has. You guys have been traveling for a long time. The sun is now set.
Oh,
so it's dark out.
Correct.
Do I have any torches?
Oh, then I can't see it either. I don't have dark vision.
Oh wait, never mind. I just forgot to give Ant vision.
I was gonna say.
How's the moon look?
Moon is big, bright, and beautiful.
All things bright
and what phase would it be in?
God, I wasn't expecting that question. Hold on.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it when he asked me either. This is apparently very important information for him.
Well, it's my picture of the night sky.
It is the waxing gibbous.
Waxing gibbous, so it's almost full. Got it. And it also gives an idea of how much light would be, how light it would be outside.
It's light enough for you to see.
I have dark vision.
It's light enough for you to see.
So, are you guys going to pass the house, or are you stopping at the house, or are you just going to sit there like weirdos?
Well, it is getting
there's a door.
Like a weirdo.
There's a door.
Yep, that's the front door. There are windows, but they are shut.
I'll give it as gentle a knock as I can muster.
You knock and no one answers.
So it is getting late. I'd rather not just randomly make camp outside of the building. That might be...
How long ago was sunset?
Unkempt.
It's still, it's early evening. It's not that late.
Okay. And are there any lights in the windows?
Nope.
No.
You make a good point about not wanting to stay outside somebody's house, but at the same time, do we really think that whoever's in there is going to be hospitable at all?
Surely they will be. And things that I'm used to just, I'm used to being able to go as where I please. I'm gonna try the handle.
It is locked.
It is locked. Damn. I don't know what I was expecting.
I think that's probably a surefire sign that they don't want us in there.
I would like to knock a little louder.
You knock louder and you don't hear anything from behind the door.
Perhaps this house is abandoned?
It's a good chance.
What's the general condition of the house?
Not great.
Not great. Would dilapidated be a good word for it?
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
You guys are using big words that I don't know what they mean, and I feel stupid.
Dilapidated just means run down.
Then why not just use that? That is like half the syllables of the word you used beforehand.
It gives a
I know
more
too many
vivid
words.
picture.
It's more descriptive.
If you ever ask why I used a big word instead of a simpler small word, it's because I know too many words.
That is generally a good way to put it.
Anyway. Well, if the building looks abandoned, and we do need a place to stay for the night.
Is this another door?
That is a window.
That's a window.
But it is boarded from the inside. Not boarded, but like shuttered.
Liam stares in nervous former thief.
And Dante's going to turn around and be like,
I forgot the backstory.
You're like twitching.
Does anyone know how to pick a lock?
At the mention of that, Liam's demeanor changes. But
I can break one.
His demeanor changes, but he doesn't say anything.
A lock can be replaced, can't it?
Aye, but I don't think whoever lives here, if anyone does, would be very happy about it if they woke up in the morning and saw a lock broken.
Yes, I'd very much like to be able to keep the lock intact.
Aye, we just got here. We don't want to be arrested for criminal damage or anything.
That and
arrested.
And if the house is truly abandoned, I'd like to lock the door behind us.
Yeah.
And we've no idea what's out there.
In case another group of us comes along trying to find a place to stay the night.
I don't think there's a group anywhere quite like us. We are rather strange.
Fuck it. And I'm just gonna walk over to the door, pull out my thieves' tool, and pick the lock.
Damn.
Give me a roll.
Liam, are you alright?
You were unable to pick this lock.
It's too much pressure.
You're so rusty.
I'm gonna go around to one of these windows. Is the window locked?
Mm-hmm.
Does the house have a chimney?
Can I try?
It does
can
not.
I try to? Can I try to pick the lock of the window?
You sure can. You successfully picked the lock. Let me open that.
Just give me a second.
Well,
stay here. Stay here. Stay
I'm
here.
not accustomed to
building.
Stay here. I'll be right back. And I very sneak into the window. Can I just take the hide action or at least stealth check just in case?
Sure.
I'm not accustomed to how houses work, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to enter through the window.
Oh, big rip.
Smashes through the window by accident.
Unlock the door.
Unlock, quote unquote.
Is there anyone? I mean, it's probably dark, so I can't really see much. But
there is no one that you see.
All right. I'm going to go over to the door and unlock it from the inside.
I sure wish I could. I've been trying to grab onto this thing for a while now. Hold on.
I feel that.
Are you on the right layer?
Can y'all just go through the window, please?
Yeah, I'm going through the window.
Thank you. I can't grab that for the
door's open.
How wide? Wait, how wide is this window?
I mean, you'd be going through the door, but can you get through? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, he does manage to unlock the door. Are those donuts?
I get the feeling
I'm also gonna
not look like donuts.
So is it very dark in here?
It is very dark in there.
No, they're bottles, aren't they?
I'm going to light a torch, so that we can so those of us who don't have dark vision can see.
Okay. So you see what looks like some sort of weird abandoned magic. It looked like you can tell that magic was performed here. On a table to the right of you, you see a table full of bottles. To the left, you see a full dragon's head skull. There's some sort of sea serpent that's taxidermied on the wall. There's a desk and a bookcase and a fire with a cauldron over it. You also see a hanging cage that is empty.
Is the fire lit, or is it just like a fire pit?
You give me a nature check.
Nature check.
Siskel's still outside.
So you can tell that it has been used like within the last like week, but that it hasn't been burning like today.
Well, I'd say this place has quite the story behind it.
I'd also say this place is not abandoned.
But there's nobody here currently. Surely they wouldn't mind if we just stayed the night and not disturb anything.
Can I make a check to see if I can, some sort of a check to see if I can identify any of these potions?
Sure, you can give me an Arcana check. So you find most of the bottles are empty, or just contain ingredients, but you find a vial of poison and a potion of alter self.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it be. But I will take note of that. Well, we definitely seem to be in some sort of an alchemist's house. I have a couple of potions and poisons here.
I'm a little bit worried about whatever this is drawn on the ground.
Liam, you would recognize this. It's a triangle with 3 X's on its points.
What in the 9 hells?
There's 9 of those?
And Dante
Why are we big enough?
staring at this this mounted head going, yes, this place definitely has quite the story behind it.
What the hell?
Why do you bring up the hills in this moment? Should we be worried?
What about the hells?
Well, you know, I wish I could tell you if we should be worried. I'd like to think we're not. I'd like to think we're somewhere safe based on this, but can't quite tell.
Does this seem like a suitable place to stay for a night? It doesn't seem like it.
To be frank,
Well, it gets us out of the
I
elements.
think it is.
And
To be frank, I think it is. I think we'll be safe here.
we should be all right so long as we don't touch anything. And I'm just gonna pull out my my bedroll and kind of find an empty spot on the ground to roll it out. But like, I suggest we all get some rest. There isn't a whole lot we want to be doing here.
I'm going to.
I'll take first. I'll take first watch though. You all get some rest. I'm gonna.
There's 6 of us. There's technically 6 of us. I think 2 each could take watch.
A time?
Oh yeah.
2 at a time.
Sounds good. You figure that out. I'll take first watch either way, and I'm gonna go over to this bookshelf. Actually, I'm gonna go to the desk.
I'd rather take 1 long nap than 2 short ones, so I'd rather be first or last. But I don't have a preference either way.
I'll make sure you can take last watch. I think I'll take first. I'm still feeling pretty jittery.
Alright. I'll take a second watch.
Yeah, I don't mind going second. I only need to trance, so I shouldn't need to worry about rest too much.
Looks like Seskel is also taking the last watch.
Okay. So who's taking the first watch? And is there anything else you'd rather, or anything else you want to do prior to going to sleep?
Well, during my watch, I'm gonna be like investigating this whole place like thoroughly.
Gotcha. Who's
during
first?
Me.
Me and me.
Yeah, Liam and Millsap.
Okay. So everyone else heads to bed, and you and Millsap are up together.
So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna investigate this desk, see what's on it.
You find a paper that has the ingredients for assumably the poison that you found, and you found a spell scroll of Misty Step.
Okay. Are there any drawers in this desk?
There are.
Can I open them?
Yep. You find a hand mirror.
Oh, fancy.
It's a hand mirror depicting an angel that is being encircled by two dragons. One dragon has a bejeweled eye, the other dragon's eye is closed.
Okay. Can I make a history check on that?
Sure.
Nope. Okay.
You can. Never mind.
All right, I'm gonna close the drawer. I'm gonna go over to the bookshelf, and I want to see what kind of books are on the shelves.
A lot of it is like herbalist stuff. A lot of it is there's a book on like magic items that have been throughout like lore essentially. There's a book on like different potions that you can make, but it's all pretty basic stuff.
All right. While I'm here, I'd like to see how fresh this marking is.
How are you doing that?
See. Well, first of all, what does it seem to be marked with?
Salt.
Salt. Interesting. I guess can make it some
tasting the floor
investigation check just to see. I don't know I guess I'm looking for. The more disturbed it is, I would assume the longer it's been there, kind of thing. So, like, kind of looking for little things like that.
It was definitely done recently, within the past few days, but it would really depend on how much foot travel has been here.
Right.
It's not very disturbed, though.
Okay. And finally, what is on? So, is this a bloody handprint?
Yep.
And then, what are these two things?
Just mushrooms and then some other herbs.
Okay, check to see how fresh the bloody handprint is.
It's old.
Old. Okay. All right. I'm just very distraught about all of this. I'm very confused.
Oh, good. That's what I was going for.
You seem on edge, Liam.
I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on here. That symbol. I don't know why that symbol is here.
I did forget one other thing. There on the desk there is a note that is scribbled. It's just a location that is right outside of the town.
Oh. I'm going to I don't want to take it, but I gotta figure out how to. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna take out a bit of my bandages. I'm gonna rip off a piece of bandage, and then going to. Is there a pen or a quill that's on?
Yeah, you'd be able to find a quill.
So I'm going to take a quill and I'm going to copy down that location onto one of my bandages and just put it back in my pocket.
It just says Squeaky Duck Tavern, Room 103.
Okay. Squeaky Duck
Ooh,
Tavern.
what'd you find?
As he walks over, I kind of hear his hooves come over. I kind of quickly slip it into my pocket. And don't worry about it right now. I'll explain in the morning.
Well, all right.
You said Squeaky Duck
Tavern, room 103.
3. Gotcha.
And
so back to the conversation, because that would have happened as I was at the desk. Back to the conversation. I don't know why that symbol would be here. It's a symbol I haven't seen in quite a few years.
Well, what's that symbol mean to you?
Kind of sit, like, ponder for a second, like, pondering if I want to share this with him. And then I go, it's a symbol I used with friends of mine from my youth. We used to scribble it all over the place to know that we've been somewhere.
Yeah, so like it was like your own little gang.
Yeah. In a way, you could say that. I don't know why it would be here, though. I don't even know where we are. This is what I think it is. We might have some friends here. Assuming they even remember me.
Well, so long as we have an inn, right?
So, what's up? Tell me. Tell me your story. What's happened in the life of Milsa?
Well, grow up in the Fey realm. What do you want to hear? We got some beasts, magics. There was, well, growing up, being a satyr is kind of like being. I would call it equivalent to being a human in the material realm, but you know, Dad's a former adventurer, so yeah, it's interesting. I could tell you his stories. And he pulls out a lute. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. And I'm assuming that's a performance check.
yes. You do pretty damn good.
And I tell you about the tale of how his father faced like 30 dire wolves and took down an awakened owl bear.
Liam just kind of sits back and kind of listens to a song, just kind of enjoying the music, enjoying the story. It brings him back to his war days when some of his brothers would pull out random instruments and they all just kind of sit around the fire.
So you guys have a successful shift, having some heart-to-hearts. Who's the next person who has a shift?
That is me.
And so I walk over to Andante, and I kind of poke him awake. Al dente, delicious.
I'm dying.
I just kind of poke him awake.
And Dante just kind of sits up and goes, yes, story time already. And you see him just kind of instinctively reach behind him to grab his loot, and it's just not there. And he goes, shit. It's over here. I've got it. And he stands up and kind of starts strumming a very light melody, very sleepily, but the melody's not very loud.
No, it's your turn to do watch.
Huh? Oh,
His
right.
watch.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
You get some rest.
I'll
keep an eye.
certainly will try.
Hey, real quick, do we know if there's like a mechanical disadvantage to not sleeping on a bedroll, or is that more just flavor?
I think that's flavor.
The only mechanical disadvantage in sleeping is sleeping with armor on, technically.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
But like heavy armor, right?
Let's see.
No,
you can
armor.
sleep in armor in general.
I think so. Yeah. Well, maybe it is. I'm pretty sure it's any armor.
Um.
I'm pretty sure you're not able to complete a long rest with armor on, technically.
So from Xanathar's, sleeping in light armor has no adverse effect on the wearer, but sleeping in medium or heavy armor makes it difficult to recover fully during a long rest.
Cool. All right, I wear leather, so
Yeah.
Does
anyone have medium or heavy armor?
Nope.
I do. Chainmail.
Chainmail? Okay, when you finish a long rest during which you slept in medium or heavy armor, you regain only 1/4 of your spent hit dice, minimum 1 die. If you have any levels of exhaustion, the rest doesn't reduce your exhaustion level.
No, I'm not worried about that right now.
Right now, yeah. Right now, you don't have to worry about it. But
Yeah.
All right, I was just asking because I don't have a bedroll, so I'm just gonna kind of lay out my blanket and kind of sleep in the corner. But I'm gonna flavor it as I'm used to doing that because army.
Yeah.
I'm not using my bedroll.
Okay. And so this is Andante and Lucas that are up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Lucas is just gonna his ears twitch, then he just wakes up I suppose I should get up then. Alright, let's do it.
So,
okay.
Is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
I would like to have a look at these mushrooms and herbs because I'm very interested in mushrooms. Can I
Surprising.
do shut up. Can I do a nature check to see what they are or how fresh they are?
So they are fairly fresh. They would have been picked within the last few days. You do know that these particular mushrooms are poisonous.
I'm just going to leave those where they are. I'll write a little note, just says "Do not eat," and leave it on top of them. Other than that, I cannot think of anything that I'd want to do.
And I would like to investigate this dragon skull and see if there's any damage on it that might help discern to me how it may have died.
You can roll me a nature or a medicine check.
Neither of those are very good with me, but let's see.
Wow.
Neither of those are very good. Rolls an attack.
You've been watching good and bad surgery techniques for the past day, so you have learned a lot about medicine.
You have a degree and a license now.
This looks to be like a young dragon, and it appears to have jagged marks in its jaw. From what you can discern, is probably an additional dragon bite.
Oh, dragon on dragon violence.
And as I'm poking around it at its skull, going, this looks like the tale of two feuding dragons fighting over territory. I'm literally just pulling shit out of my ass at this point.
You're going to write a song about this, aren't you?
But of course, the greatest tales always must be spun into music.
I see. But I must admit, I am quite sad that such a young dragon died so early in its life cycle.
Yes, it is quite a sad tale.
You're going to make it a sad song now, aren't you?
I will put it under consideration. However, the more pressing tale is what happened to the other dragon. Where are they now?
I mean,
what is
it's
their
likely
life?
we'll never know. it's another dragon. It could be anywhere by now. It could also be dead.
Hey, what's your passive perception?
Passive. Where do I find that?
It's
Right
underneath
below all
your
your skills.
Mm,
Or you could just take
15.
So you out of the you're kind of by the window, and so out in the distance you see the tall grass moving as though something is in the tall grass.
Dante, I think you might want to take a look outside.
And I approach the window as well.
And like Lucas like points out into the darkness, not realizing that he doesn't have dark vision. Can you see out there?
Yes, I do believe so. What
Take a look at the long grass. Look at the way it's moving.
You see that something is zigzagging through the grass.
Should we alert the others?
I think so. Everyone might want to wake up right now. I think we've got company.
Bloody hell, watch time already.
No, I think we have something coming towards us outside in the long grass, out this window.
It's probably whoever lives here, to be honest.
I don't think we want to take the chance. What do you think we should do?
I mean, what can we do, really?
The only thing we can
get ready
do
to
is
fight.
The only thing we can do is perhaps
I am ready
it
to fight.
attempts to make its way in here.
Well, you lock the door, right?
I would hope so.
Of course I locked the door.
What about the window we're literally
And the
looking
window?
out of?
Of course
I would have locked the window as soon as I entered.
Yeah.
So you see that it zigzags and it moves right past the house.
Well, apologies, everybody. False alarm.
I swear to the gods.
I can't help it. I live out in the wilderness. I see things like this all the time, and out where I live.
Wake me up when we actually have to wake up, please.
I'm sorry. Out where I
scrolled back
live,
to bed.
something like this could be a bear trying to eat me or my family. So I had to make my.
Shut the fuck up so I can sleep, please. And I go back to sleep.
Spoken like a sailor.
Goes and sits back on his bedroll and like plays with the grass that you spread out all over it. Like, you shut up.
Like the first meet when I get like
Your
I'm up, so I'm up.
Yeah, your shift ends. May is already up. Seskel, did you wake up to that, or are you still sleeping?
I like to say that Mosap didn't even wake up.
Eerie?
Sorry, not gonna lie, I forgot my character's name. He was looking out the window with y'all. He was standing right behind you.
Okay, so the last shift is already up, and Yucky and and Dante and Lucas, you are all set to sleep.
Good night.
Is there anything you guys who are awake would like to do with your watch?
I want to see if any of these bottles are filled with rum.
None of them are filled with rum.
Damn.
I think Sess is gonna lay down.
You're just gonna lay there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's gonna go back and lay on his bedroll.
Okay.
You said this is a bookcase?
Nope, those are all tables. They have.
Those are all tables? Where's the bookcase is in the corner. Got it.
Mhm.
I didn't see that. Let me see if any of those books are written in Common or Orc, which are the languages I know.
There are definitely books that are written in Common. There's a lot of books that are on medicine and on Arcana. There is a book about like ingredients you can find in certain areas, meaning like in what conditions things will grow in. But there's nothing like terribly interesting that points out.
Ah. Is there anything that looks like it would be friendly to someone who doesn't know a lot about said topics?
Yeah, sure. There's like a Arcana 101 if you want.
Yeah, I would definitely spend some time reading that, trying to become a more learned person.
Okay.
the barbarian who reads.
Arcana for orcs.
Arcana for orcs.
Is that what you'd like to do with your watch?
Yeah, take a book, put my back to the wall with no windows, and read.
Okay.
So I can keep an eye on the windows and the door occasionally.
Okay. You successfully complete your watch, and it is morning.
I wake
All right.
I wake up and I like do this like big stretch. And I'm like, I should be used to doing this from my past, but I missed my bed.
As he cracks his back stretching.
And I kind of roll up my blanket and put it back in my pack.
Lucas wakes up and goes over to Liam and he goes, "Listen, I'm sorry about last night. I just got homesick. I wanted to talk about my home and my family, and I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm just very cranky when people wake me up in the middle of the night.
I know. I just wanted to keep you guys safe because you're my family while I'm not with my family. Because
No.
I'm sorry. I get.
I understand that sentiment. I understand that sentiment, but we just met yesterday. Once we get to
people very easily.
Once we save each other in the heat of battle, then we'll talk again about being family, okay, friend?
Okay, well,
and I'm just gonna walk away.
Millsap is gonna walk up, place a hand on his shoulder. Yeah, it's a bit soon for that, bud.
I know. I'm a family man. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I understand the sentiment, and I appreciate it. Just came on a bit strong there.
Oftentimes, it's best to say nothing.
So
Right.
you guys,
if we're all ready to go, I think we should probably keep heading off to Valeria.
Yeah, let's get to Viridia. Let's get on the road again. Out the window.
Out the window. No.
Fuck you guys, okay?
No, I'm going out the door.
The window's more fun.
All right, let's get going.
I'm gonna go ahead as everyone. I'm gonna be the last person to leave, and then I'm going to attempt to use my thieves' tools to lock the door.
Reverse lockpick. Let's go.
Go and try.
Daisy logic.
I assume that I'd probably be next to last. Would I be able to catch him trying to do this? Or would it be very obvious?
I'm not trying to hide it. I'm locking the door to cover our tracks.
Oh, that's interesting.
So let me just take a look. You successfully locked the door.
Yeah, no, the only reason why I said I was the last is because I didn't want to lock anyone in there. I mean, I'm not trying to hide the fact that I'm locking it again. It's like we were in an uninvited place. I don't want people to know that it was disturbed, so I'm locking the door again. And then I'm going to join the group.
Well, I mean, Millsap left a note in there. Or someone left a note. No, it was Lucas. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I did. I was like, don't eat these. Alright. Anyone who's in there next will probably have broken into. Well, we'll take a gamble.
Well,
no, it was me.
See, my thought when he left that note is this person probably knows that those mushrooms are poisonous.
Better safe than sorry.
Well, no, I wouldn't have said it out loud because that's not what her thought process would have been. She wouldn't have even seen she would not have given the mushrooms any note.
So you guys start heading towards the city when you hear the sound of a low growl on your travels.
I do not
Who's hungry?
Yes, I suppose it has been a little bit since we've all eaten.
I think that's the least of our troubles right now. That did not sound like a stomach.
It didn't. You've not been around very large people, have you?
I've tried my best to keep away from other people, yes.
Wait, are you attempting to say that there's a creature here following us?
It certainly sounds like it. I mean, if it's anything to go off of, what we saw in the grass last night could well be that same thing.
Just to play it
Sounds
safe.
much bigger than what the tall grass would have.
Just to play it safe, can I make a stealth check to hide behind a tree?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you hide behind a tree?
I'm flashy, so I'm not gonna hide behind a tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out two of my battle axes. Like, okay.
Pulling out my
Good
corpus
chords of
stuff.
sound.
And I've just got my my loot in my hands, going. Yeah, I've accepted my defeats.
I would already have my glaive out as I would be using it, kind of like how someone who doesn't need a walking stick would use a walking stick.
Okay, and are you guys stopping or are you guys continuing to move?
Also, I pull
Well,
out
Liam
one
went
battle
by a
axe
tree, so
and pull out the white longsword.
If we didn't notice that Liam went and hid, we're like, all right, let's go.
wait.
And just leave him behind.
Oh wait. I mean, we would have seen him disappear.
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
it's not like you saw me leave the group. I just
I know.
I
instinctively going
Can I make-
to safety.
Can I make a perception check to see if I noticed where he went?
Sure.
Nah.
Okay.
Are you
You are
guys
head
staying
count.
or are you moving? I know Liam is hiding, so he's staying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay.
I take a defensive stance, so I'm staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess the party's
Um,
standing.
So I am going to need you to drop your tokens on this map in a second.
Oh boy.
New map.
You're going to be here.
Whereabouts?
Oh boy, oh boy.
See, I'd be heading up sort of the back, assuming we came in from the bottom direction.
And from the distance, you do see a large brown bear making its way over the hilltop.
Oh, you stupid
I don't
motherfucker.
think that's what we spotted last night.
I would probably agree with you there.
I think this is the first time I've seen one of those before it's been turned into a rug.
Into a
You
rug.
what?
A rug.
Or a rug.
That is an unfriendly looking bear.
You're a big one, aren't you?
That is bigger than the last one I saw back home.
Wait. Does he have... Does this bear actually have a pack on its back?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
And trailing behind it, you also see a man.
How tall is this man?
Hold on.
Debating casting Cross Without Trace.
He's about that height.
He's about 6'3".
Oh, damn, he big.
That is
Almost as big as me.
Absolute unit.
I mean, makes sense. Someone traveling with a bear would likely be an absolute unit.
Do I have time to cast Paths Without Trace and get us all hidden?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I don't trust this shit.
Okay. So
Yes, cast Pass Without Trace and then run away from everybody.
I did it when I was with you guys.
Yeah, but we need to stay within 30 feet of you, and then we all need to make
see.
it. The way it works is everyone within 30 feet of you gets a +10 to their stealth checks.
Right.
So we need to stay within 30 feet of you for us to take.
where are y'all hiding?
Oh,
I'm already hidden.
I know you are, Liam. I'm not talking.
I'm
to
hiding
you.
with Liam.
And Dante is not hiding.
Yeah. Millsap isn't hiding.
I'm just gonna slowly mosey my way down the track, just very slowly, so that my companions here can still see me.
I'm just interested in what this bear is up to, because if they do just be walking,
Get
Have they noticed
closer.
you?
As you get closer, you see that the bear has a pack on its back. It also has a saddle. But you see that the man is walking behind it. They don't seem to be, they just seem to be traveling.
Oh. So seeing that, I'm gonna kind of come over and join the group. They don't seem to be a threat.
I'm guessing they haven't noticed me gawking at them.
No, I don't. I mean, there's a bear between him and you, so I think he's more focused just on like heading to his area.
I'm gonna call out and go. Excuse me, sir.
You see, you see his head whip towards you, and they make an abrupt stop.
We're just looking for what's the name of the city we're going to?
Viridia.
We're just looking for Viridia. Just making sure we're still on the right track.
Yeah, you're definitely on the right track. You just want to keep heading, and he points west. He goes, I just came from there myself.
Hey, thank you very much.
No problem.
Well, right. I guess let's keep going.
Suppose we just carry on.
Thank you for your assistance, sir.
You guys keep heading west. I am going to end the session here, but I hope you guys had a good first session. I know you're just dipping into it. You guys probably don't know what movie you're in yet because you
got a clue.
You haven't gotten to like any of the actual movie stuff.
Oh, I know.
But I had a great session. I hope you guys did too, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.